Hello, so today we are making a saltwater aquarium in this 30 centimeter cube, which is 30 by 30 by 30 centimeter, which is at the end 27 liter. In gallon, I don't really know. It's gonna be a macro-algae tank mainly, but I'm gonna also add few corals. I have some ideas, and yes, it's opti-white glass and it have corners that are cut at 45 degrees, so it looks very aesthetic, it's very elegant, because at the end, that is what we are looking for. We are looking for something pretty. We are looking for something that we like to watch, that is like pleasing to watch. It's not my first saltwater aquarium. I already made few years ago a nano saltwater aquarium that didn't have any macroalgae, it was only corals. It was an absolute failure, to be honest, but it was my first saltwater tank. It was a try. I'm gonna retry it now. Hopefully it will go well. You will be able to follow me in this project. And yes, and why I'm doing this project is because I've always been so fascinated and amazed by why you could find in a little tide pool in the sea. For example, when I was going to Spain with my family when I was a child, and I still do it today. I love to go to the rocky area of the beach where there is like all the crabs, the shrimp, some anemone, especially in Spain. There is beautiful purple and green anemone. I'm gonna put you like a picture of them here. They are so amazing. Hopefully one day we'll be able to make some biotop tank, like reef biotop of Spain. And yes, with this tank I'm trying to recreate this little slice of sea. And this tank also will be like a sourcing tank for future projects that I have. I will be able to get macroalgae, corals, and bacteria, because bacteria are very important for a healthy aquarium. I'm gonna be able to get all those things from this aquarium to make other projects, tinier or bigger. We will see in the future. So yes, follow me in this project. We are gonna make this little saltwater aquarium. So here I'm gonna show you how I made this display more elegant and more like blended in the environment, because when it comes to trying to blend an aquarium or a terrarium in an interior, it's very important to hide all the technical parts, and for that there is little technique. For example, those white things that you see here, it's especially to pass cable inside. There is an adhesive part that you can glue on the glass. That's what I'm doing at the moment. So on this side I'm gonna be able to put the heater, and on the other side I'm gonna be able to put the cable of the filter and eventually of the light as well. So yes, this is very important if you want a clean and elegant display. Then of course I cleaned the aquarium. It's a new aquarium, but it stayed here for a few weeks, I would say, so I'm removing all the dust, so it's perfect and very clean. After, because I'm a bit of a psychopath, I use a little meter to measure perfectly if the tank is in the middle of the furniture, and it is, so that's perfect. But yes, I think this is a very important part of the process. Now let's see how to make salt water. So this is the decor that I planned for this aquarium. Forget about the little rock on the side. It's only a 30 centimeter cube, so I won't have the space for more. So this is the decor. I really like it. So it's gonna be dry rock, artificial dry rock. So it's cheaper and it's more ecological. And at the moment it looked like that. I didn't glue it together because I know that after with the sand and the layering of the sand and the hills that I'm gonna make, it's not gonna look like that exactly. So this is an idea of it, but it won't look like that after inside the aquarium. Here you can see it from the top. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use this thing that is basically cement to glue the parts that need to be glued together, because this is basically it. At the beginning it was one big rock that I broke into multiple pieces, so I will glue them together. Now the fun part, let's escape this tank. So first I start with the sand, some dry coral sand that is quite thin, and then you will see that I also had some live sand for bacteria. So here, like in any other aquascaping tank, what I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna try to create a little mound, create a little hill that will give a sense of depth of to the aquascape. This is what you would do for most freshwater aquariums, so I'm trying to redo the same here. Because as I told you, I want this aquarium to be very elegant and very pleasant to the eye. I present you this little bucket, and inside this little bucket there is live sand. When I opened it, I directly saw some little copepod and cyclops, so it's very lively. So that's perfect. And I'm gonna add it to the scape and layer it like I layered the dry sand. Here you can see all the water filled with bacteria. So now I'll add the rocks on top of the flattened live sand, but at the moment I'm not convinced if I will keep this live sand as my last top layer, because it's quite yellow and it doesn't really goes well with the pink of the rock. So eventually I'm gonna add some white sand, coral sand. The best would be to find some sand with very big pieces of coral that look very natural, almost like a botanical a freshwater aquarium but in saltwater. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. You will see if it happened, and if not, I'm sure it's gonna happen in the future, in a future video. Now the scape is finished, so let's add the salt water. And guys, look at these tools that I got. Look at it. You see that thing? That thing is basically a pump that is normally made to put oil inside oil heater, and you can basically use it to pour water into aquarium. This is amazing. I paid it only €7, and it changed my life for all the water, for filling a paludarium with water, freshwater aquarium, and here saltwater aquarium. Here I'm adding a little plastic bag so I don't destroy the full scape. This pump is absolutely amazing, but just one thing that is a bit annoying is that it's a bit powerful. But it's okay. Honestly, like, it's perfect. I got it in a DIY shop, a shop that I don't know you say it exactly in English, but you know those shop with tools and stuff to make things yourself, and it's so perfect. Look, so efficient. No water spilling everywhere. So easy, so quick. I love it. Here a little break because it was very long. So here the final result, at least at the moment, because first I'm gonna add macro-algae, of course, and at the moment I have this light that is honestly so boosting. It's a light that have a very full spectrum and that also can recreate a sunrise and a sunset, and it's very cheap. It's a Higger light, so I would advise it to you if what's gonna happen next didn't happen. You will see in the rest of the video. But yes, at the moment I have this light, but anyway I planned to change it, and anyway the light at the moment really doesn't really matter because I'm gonna put the aquarium in a blackout for the next 2 or 3 weeks until I get the macroalgae, so I don't get unnecessary algae growth. So yes, I'm very happy with how it looks at the hand. It's very elegant, but yes, at the moment it's quite empty. So guys, here we are basically 2 weeks after I added the macroalgae and 1 month after I set up the tank. It looked very good, but as you can see there is a problem. What is the problem? Basically the problem is those little orange spots. Those little orange spots are basically dinoflagellate algae. It's not exactly an algae, it's more related to bacteria, but basically those algae are first not very aesthetic, second they can release some toxic in the water, so I'm gonna get rid of them. You will see how. I got some fertilizer from Tropica. It's basically the same as Kytogrow, what you can find in the US. I'm adding it to add nutrient to the water that are gonna feed the good denitrifying bacteria and create the downfall of the dinoflagellate. And then I'll show you how I make the blackout. I just basically thrown a blanket on top of the aquarium, and that's it. So here is the aquarium after the blackout. As you can see, the dinoflagellate is a bit better, but there is still some, and that is weird because yesterday, it's the second day of the blackout. Basically, I kept the blanket on top of the aquarium for 2 days. And yesterday I looked a bit at the aquarium after 1 day of blackout, and it was absolutely clear of dinoflagellate. So I thought that 1 more day would be like just fine to like be sure that it's completely empty of dinoflagellate. But it's weird, it came back like stronger after having 1 more day of blackout. So I don't know, but it's still less than what it was before the blackout. So I think I will keep it like that for the moment, and I will see what happens. I poured a lot of the fertilizer. You remember this Tropica fertilizer? Yes, I poured a lot of it, much more than what it's advised to pour. And it raised my nitrogen level, which is perfect because that's what I'm looking to do. I hope it will be enough to feed the macro-algae so they can outcompete the dinoflagellate. Also, as you can see, I added a new light, as I said before, a Shiros light. I love it, it's so aesthetic, it matches perfectly with the environment. And you might wonder where is the heating. The heating is basically behind. I'll show you. I hid it here, so it's not seen when you look at the aquarium, which make it much more aesthetic. So guys, that's it for this first episode. I'll see you in another video. Hopefully I'll be able to show you new corals that I will have added to this tank, and hopefully also some new macroalgae and some little creature, maybe a cleanup crew. So guys, see you later in another video. Bye bye.